Hi everyone, my name is Rich from Trek With Us, and today I'm going to do a quick video review of this right here. This is the YardStash II, and you can think of it as a tent for bikes, but I think it's really a great RV accessory, and if you spend a lot of time RVing, something you might want to consider. I'm going to break it down, I'll show you the pieces and parts, and then I'll put it back together and I'll show you guys the inside. Alright, hold on one second. Okay, so I have the YardStash in pieces, and here's the bag. Let's see, just under 2 feet end to end, and it's only maybe 7 or 8 inches when the stash is in there. And there's the YardStash, the tent body. You get 4 pegs to put the corners in the ground, and the trickiest part is all of these. There are a total of 11 poles that make up the YardStash. These two, one goes on either side of the top. Here's your 4 corners that then hook into the top pieces, and then these 5 connect up the sides and kind of give it the boxy shape. So they're all fiberglass poles. I wish they were aluminum. It would be nice if they had fewer poles, but really, my only big critique of the YardStash is I wish I had aluminum poles, because fiberglass can get little bits of black fiberglass stuck in your fingers when you're putting it together, so I recommend wearing gloves. Okay, I'm going to put it together. It doesn't take too long. I'll see if I can do it in just a couple minutes here. And I'll videotape myself putting it together, then I'll show you the inside when it's all done. Okay, so like I said, it wouldn't take me too terribly long to put together, and I'll show you how these are pieced together. These are the side pieces that give you your structure, one on the top, 2 on both sides, and that's what gives it the squared off sides. And a nice feature you see in the back there, it does have it's got a little window, and I put this cable just around the pole here, just fed it through itself, and I'm running it through and using a U-bolt to put the bikes together. Actually, to connect them to each other. There's also a nice little vent here you can tie up, but it doesn't mean you're supposed to use this as a tent. In fact, it's airproof enough that they recommend against it. So there's my wife's bike, and we use these stands just to keep the bikes standing. I'll show you one of the stands. And this U-bolt is fairly long, so what I do, I just take the cable I have here, I U-bolt the bikes together, and then just loop the cable through the bikes also, and connect it onto the U-bolt just where the hole is. And the other end of this is connected to a tree, just looped through itself. You can use a tree or a pole or whatever you'd like. You know, anybody who's real determined is still going to be able to steal a bike from here, obviously, but I figure by using both the cable and the U-bolt, it makes it a little bit more challenging for them to do it. And because they're U-bolted together, somebody trying to break that apart probably is going to wake me up, because, you know, we're right next to it. And the other thing is, just by having them hidden in here, I think that reduces the likelihood somebody's going to steal it. Oh, this zipper that goes up and around, and then there's another one down here that just goes across, makes it easier to get in and out. But yeah, just by having the bikes in there, I mean, nobody knows what's in there. And sure, they can come and they can open it up and look, but most thieves just steal stuff that they can see. And I think by having bikes in the tent like this, in the yard stash, it makes it much less likely that that somebody's going to bother. I'm even thinking I'm going to put a little lock and just lock the zippers together in the corner. And again, somebody could break it if they wanted to, but I think most thieves, you know, it's more what they see, and then they figure out how they're going to get it and then take it. And just by having them hidden in here, you're going to reduce the likelihood of that happening. Okay, here's the stand, just so you can see it. It's a Topeak lineup stand, and this is my bike. And all it is just got a spring there, and that little piece that stands up does fold down. Yeah, when you roll the bike into the groove there, that little spring-loaded side just goes back and holds the tire, and makes it handy even for doing repairs or maintenance on your bike, because it just stands it up, which is great. The other nice thing about this is how small it breaks down. So all you have to do is hit the button on top here, the spring goes down, and then each of these legs folds in, and that's what you're left with. It's nice and compact, and it'll easily fit in one of my storage bins inside the RV, and it only weighs about 2 pounds. And that's it. If you've been looking at getting a YardStash II, I would highly recommend it. Other details that I didn't mention: there are 2 hooks on the inside, just on the back wall, where you can, hang something like a bike helmet. It does not have a rain fly, but the material is waterproof, and I've even heard of them surviving storms and hurricanes, and I've seen it rain on it, and it doesn't go through. It just runs right down. So I'm not really worried about weather. Cost me about 120 bucks. I bought it from Amazon, and I'm gonna put a link just underneath this video to my site, and on my site I'll put links to all the different pieces and parts I showed you on Amazon, including the locks, the U-bolts, the YardStash itself, and also the Topeak lineup stands, just in case you're interested in checking them out yourself. That's it. Till next time, happy trekking.